It's National Situational Awareness Day, a moment to remember how you should always be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, it could lead to some dangerous situations if you're not being careful. Psychology expert Blanca Cobb is here to dive deeper into this topic. Blanca, why is it that there is a day to remind us to be aware of our surroundings?
What happens is we get on autopilot, automatic autopilot. Wherever we're going and what we're doing, we know where we're going, what we need to do. So sometimes people get in what's called tunnel vision. They know what store they're going to, where they're going to park, so they're not paying attention to what's happening around them. People get stuck on the telephone. They're either texting and walking, or talking and walking, and they're just not paying attention. And so that's why it's very important to periodically remind everyone to pay attention to your surroundings, because it can make the difference in keeping you safe.
Yeah, I know I'm definitely guilty of doing the texting and walking. So what are some body language clues that someone might get aggressive?
Here's some clues for you. One is that there are physiological changes when people get upset, when they're angry, even when they might get confrontational, physically confrontational. So what happens is the face can lose color. It can blanch. Some people will sweat, and you can see sweat on the top lip, the temples, or even on the forehead. Some people get this unfocused look that it makes you wonder what's happening for them or with them in that moment. Some people will crack their knuckles like this, or they might even do it up on their head. Someone might take a step back to give themselves some space. They might put their handbag, backpack, jacket on the ground or on a table. Those are signs just to pay attention. It doesn't mean someone's going to get physically aggressive, but you have to read the context and what's happening for the person in the moment. But just be aware.
So let's say you do get into a potentially difficult situation. How can you diffuse that?
You want to stay calm. That's the number one thing, because when you're not calm, or you're angry, or you respond in kind, it's like actually throwing gasoline to a fire. And what happens? It's just going to get bigger. So what you want to do is remain calm. When you're remaining calm, you have to pay attention to your tone of voice. This means you want to have more of a neutral tone of voice when you're talking to somebody. You want to take a step back, but you also want to do it more at a diagonal. Why? Because you want to be able to see them, give them space as you're moving away. You want to make sure that you're throwing out neutral vibe. Identify emotions. This is where this trips up a lot of people. Instead of what you're repeating back, what you're hearing them say, reflect on the emotion, because what that does, it actually diffuses the situation, because people get more aggressive verbally initially because they want to be acknowledged, heard, and understood. If you can identify the emotion that they're feeling, you're ahead of the game.
So Blanca, this is my first time actually hearing about Situational Awareness Day. What are things that we can do to observe this day?
What you can do is really be more cognizant of how you get in your car. Make sure that you have your car key handy as you're leaving the store. Put your phone away. When you get in the car, make sure that you lock your car. Pay attention. As you're walking to your car, take a look around the parking lot. What's happening? Look at people. Look at position of cars. Take it all in. And the reason it's important you do this as you're walking in or walking out of a place is because then your brain is registering what's already there and what's different when you're coming out of the store. And that's going to be your cue, like, whoa, something may not be right. If you're in an environment, if you're in a store, pay attention to the people. It's the same process, even though it's a different location. Take it in, where people are standing, what seems to be unusual. That's your key.
All right.
Great.
Well, thank you so much, Blanca. You can continue the conversation with Blanca on her Facebook page, Blanca Cobb, Body Language Expert.